Want to get the most from men, careers and life in general? Here are some of my favorite basic rules. 1. Show your confidence at all times, especially when you feel it the least. No one will ever know if this is true, but if you believe it, others will, too. A friend of mine who was a dancer at a club once gave me the advice to always enter a room proud as a peacock, stand up straight and move confidently. She worked in Las Vegas, where it's highly competitive for any type of dancer or entertainer. She was a pretty girl, but average in comparison to other women. But wherever she walked, whether it was a club, casino or a grocery store, all eyes were on her. 2. I can create my own outcome and accomplish any goal. I like to set goals for anything, serious or ridiculous. I started doing this when I worked at the club. I'd set weekly income goals to help me stay focused and not get on a downward spiral, which is typical for exotic dancers. Along the way I set fun goals, attending certain concerts, parties, etc. My most ridiculous goal: hooking up with a certain male porn star. A friend of mine offered to buy the star for me for one night, but I declined. It'll be far more satisfying to accomplish my goal on my own. Whether your goals are serious, fun or both, never think you can't have it all. 3. Slow and steady wins the race. While goals are important, you shouldn't set unrealistic time limits to achieve them. People do crazy things under deadlines. An acquaintance of mine stalked a man because she was obsessed with getting married before the age of 35. Last year, she fell head over heels on one of her first dates. On Facebook, she saw he was looking forward to a sushi dinner at his favorite restaurant. My friend knew where to find him, because he'd mentioned the same restaurant on their date. So early in the evening, she planted herself at a table with a good view of the place. He showed up with another date. This woman is seemingly saying otherwise. If she dropped the marriage deadline and just had fun dating, I bet she'd end up meeting her goal, without stalking. 4. Every girl should know the basics of fishing and dog training. Several years ago, my son took an interest in fishing. I had to learn, too, so I could help him with it. Little did I know that my basic fishing knowledge would end up serving me well in the world of romance. When dating, I like to try a fun and sporty approach. As the person who's fishing, I'm able to lead my fish, so I have the advantage of getting what I want. My bait: smile, hair, makeup, clothing, stilettos in either legs or cleavage, never both at the same time. My hook: a flirty, mysterious demeanor. When I rail a man, that means I'm getting to know him. He always has the option to free himself from my hook and I always have the option to throw him back into the dating sea. If I decide to keep my fish, then I switch to boundary setting mode. I've trained a dog, raised a son and have been married twice to men who wanted nothing more than to make me happy. I know how not to let a male dominate me. The one consistent thing for all types of men: consistent enforcement of boundaries and giving rewards when they deserve them. 5. My wallet does not exist. It might sound like an outdated cliche, but if you're a woman, you should never reach into your wallet while you're in the presence of a man. Even if you've been married for years. Not only must a man pay for the main components of a date, dinner, etc., but they must also take care of taxi fare, coat check and bathroom attendant tips. The woman who believes in this mantra is not a gold digger or obligated to return the favor. The few times I've gone Dutch on dates, it usually results in the man feeling emasculated because of it, or it means the guy has some sort of money hang up. Can an emasculated guy or someone with issues give you what you want? Not for me. 6. My presence is a gift. Know your value, and not in dollar amounts. Relationships are work, and work has value. Do the rewards of your relationship satisfy you? What do you want from your partner? I broke up with a guy, who my friends and I nicknamed the whiny baby, because he was too high maintenance, emotionally. This wouldn't have been a problem if he could have just provided a bit of emotional support in return. I told him that, and he briefly turned into a decent boyfriend until becoming a whiny baby. I decided my time was too valuable and he had to go. 7. Allow your man to believe he is in charge. Men like to play the dominant role in relationships, so why not encourage the fantasy? This summer, I was with a man who was sensitive about women using him for his money. He watched me like a hawk, so my usual tactics were no good. But he was open to spending extravagantly at charity events, fine restaurants and so on. So I invited him to my friends' events and establishments, where he was free to spend money, and I remained quiet and pretty, as he required me to be. 8. As a woman, it's my right to act flirty on occasion. When a man first approaches me, I'm icy cold and dismissive. The weak men leave. The ones who are up for a challenge stick around and show their charm and wit, and may land a date. Refer to mantra no. 4. Dog training, along with boundaries, give rewards when due, leading to mantra no. 6. Value. A woman's time, smile and interest are valuable and can be rewarded to the man who deserves our attention. Being icy or lukewarm at first also maintains an element of mystery. In addition, refer to mantra no. 5. Woman never pays. A man does not deserve a woman's phone number without buying her and her friend a drink, not to mention paying their entire bar tab. And the most empowering part of getting what you want. Knowing that you have power to create outcomes, and you can have fun no matter where your pursuit takes you.